Microsoft Research took the kind of AI trading platform that hedge funds guard like a trade secret and put the whole thing on GitHub for free. It's called Qlib, and it's Microsoft Research's open source platform for AI quant investing. Now, most finance repos that blow up on GitHub are really one thing wearing a suit, a chatbot that reads earnings calls, or a backtester, or a dashboard. Qlib is the opposite. It's the entire assembly line from raw market data through training a model to predict where prices go, through backtesting that prediction against history, all the way to actually executing the trades. It ships a built-in SU of more than 20 research-grade models. It's MIT licensed so you can genuinely use it in production, and it's pulled in over 44,000 stars. And the newest piece is the wild one. They bolted on large language model agents that do the quant research for you. Enjoying this so far? Subscribe to the YouTube channel and grab the free daily newsletter at indiehacker.news. New deep dive every weekday. Let's actually walk through the repo because it lays the whole philosophy out. Right at the top, it's already waving the new shiny thing, those agents that automate the research. Scroll past the logo and you get the one-sentence mission, an AI-first platform covering the full chain of quant investing. Just below that is the part I keep coming back to, a single diagram of the entire pipeline, data on the left, model training and strategy in the middle, real order execution on the right. Keep going and they show the whole thing runs from one command called crun, and they print the actual backtest numbers it spits out, no cherry picking. Further down is the model SU, a long shelf of named research papers you run as a one-liner. And near the very bottom is the quiet flex, a head-to-head benchmark where their storage engine just embarrasses a normal database. So where does Qlib actually sit? If you've tried this yourself, you know the default is a graveyard of Jupyter notebooks and pandas held together with tape and a backtest you secretly don't trust. The classic open tools, Zipline and Backtrader, are really just backtesters. They replay a strategy against history but hand you nothing for the machine learning part. At the other end are the institutional fortresses, the in-house systems at big funds, and a platform like BlackRock's Aladdin, full stack but completely closed and priced for institutions. Qlib's whole pitch is to be that full-stack research-grade platform, except open and free, so a solo quant gets the same machine room a billion-dollar fund has. And the engineering underneath is not for show. On their published benchmark, Qlib builds a full quant dataset in about 7.4 seconds. The exact same job on MySQL takes a little over 6 minutes. That kind of speed is what makes a deep shelf of models actually runnable, and it's a big reason 7,000 teams have forked the thing. Let's get into what's actually in the box, starting with the forecasting half, the part that tries to predict where a stock goes next. The centerpiece is the model SU. Every model in there is a named research paper wired up and ready to run, and these aren't toys. They span from gradient boosting like light GBM through LSTM networks and transformers up to graph networks that model how stocks quietly influence each other. To feed them, Qlib hands you two ready-made feature sets. It calls Alpha 158 and Alpha 360, which are basically 158 or 360 pre-built signals computed from raw price and volume, so you skip months of feature plumbing. Then crun ties it together. One command builds the dataset, trains the model, runs the backtest, and hands back a full report, the predictive accuracy, the cumulative return curve, the drawdown, all of it. Want to be featured? Pitch your open source repo at indiehacker.news/apply and get in front of thousands of builders. Now the second half, and this is what separates Qlib from a glorified backtester. First, markets drift. A model trained on last year quietly rots when the regime changes, so Qlib has a whole module for adapting to that, retraining on a schedule and a method that tries to forecast the drift before it actually hits you. Second, there's reinforcement learning aimed squarely at order execution, the unglamorous problem of how you buy a huge position without your own buying shoving the price up against you. And then the piece everyone is suddenly talking about, RD agent. You point language model agents at the research loop itself, and they propose new trading signals, test them, read the results, and propose sharper ones, basically automating the work of a junior quant. That's the part that took Qlib from a respected library back to a trending repo. Under the hood, the clever engineering is all in the data layer, and it explains that benchmark from earlier. Instead of leaning on a general database, Qlib stores market data in its own compact column-shaped format that's built to be poured straight into arrays for math. On top of that sit two caches, one for expressions and one for whole datasets, so the second time you ask for a signal, it comes back almost instantly. The rest is sensibly modular. Every piece, the data loader, the model, the strategy, the executor is loosely coupled, so you can rip out just the backtester and ignore everything else. Models run on PyTorch, the heavy lifting is plain pandas and NumPy, and there's a point-in-time database underneath whose only job is making sure your backtest can never accidentally peek at data from the future, which is the single most common way people fool themselves into a fake winning strategy. Getting started is genuinely a pip install, which for a platform this deep still surprises me. You'll grab a community-maintained data copy to seed it, and there's a real story behind why that matters, which I'll get to at the end. Once the data's down, you point cron at one of the bundled config files and walk away. And a minute later, you've got a trained model and a full backtest report sitting in front of you with no glue code written at all. Now let's talk about where it's actually going, because it's not the story you'd expect. The last tagged release, version 0.9.7, was a quiet housekeeping one, faster Parquet data support, and a cleaner config system, the unglamorous plumbing of a mature project. And honestly, that's the real signal. Core Qlib has deliberately slowed down, it's stable now. The action moved to a sister project, RD Agent, and a paper Microsoft put out on letting agents run that research loop end to end. So the platform itself has become the dependable engine, and all the loud experiments are happening one layer up on top of it. For most builders, that's good news. You want the thing holding your money to be boring. Now the honest part, because this one has real caveats, the biggest is data. The official dataset is switched off over licensing, so you're stuck with community copies or Yahoo numbers, and in this game, the quality of your numbers quietly decides everything. The defaults also center on Chinese markets, so if you're trading US names, you'll do more wiring yourself. And the deepest catch isn't even about Qlib. A tool this powerful makes it dangerously easy to fool yourself into a result that looks incredible on history and then evaporates the second real money is on it, so this will not make you rich by Sunday. But if you genuinely rather own the full stack than rent a black box that hides its own math, there's nothing else this serious you can read, fork, and run for nothing. It's a workbench, not a slot machine. The repo is in the description with a fresh deep dive like this one every weekday.